プレイステーション
Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Spartans will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. So Sparty jumped out to a 10-0 lead on Indiana last year, but the Hoosiers reeled off 47 consecutive points. One going away, took home the old brass spittoon and basically kicked the spit out of Michigan State.
They did, and Curtis Rourke, the pride of Oakville, Ontario, Canada, just went off, throwing for 4 touchdowns in that game, too. This offense, so explosive throwing it. They can find explosive plays all over the field. Michigan State's got to start fast in this.
Oh, he's got some space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And the Hoosiers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air, it's Mendoza. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finds his man, it's Hemby. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
There are many brass spittoons, most of them quite common, but none quite as famous as the old brass spittoon. The trophy itself first created for this series in 1950.
This has been a great rivalry in the Big Ten. I know they went to different divisions. This was a protected cross-division rivalry for a little while. It isn't anymore. They don't play every single year, but when they do meet up, David, it's must-watch TV.
And I think the coolest part about this rivalry is the trophy. And Reese admitted it. He usually doesn't do that. He usually goes on top of all of these details, but he kind of missed it. Back in 1950, Michigan State students were trying to make it more exciting, so they went by this store and basically bought a $25 trophy. An old brass spittoon. It's kind of gross. It's kind of nasty, but it's kind of awesome.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into fourth down.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will go to work for the first time today. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. And it seems like every week defensive coordinators go in and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
Fires to the tight end. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab near the marker, it's Kelly. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Off play action. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Spartans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Childs. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage called, and they get the INT.
Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. Makes a man miss. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Throws for the tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Off-play action on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the run.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Trying to impose their will with the run. The Spartans will move the sticks. The rivalry started in 1922 in Bloomington with a Hoosier win, but the old brass spittoon first awarded in 1950 when they resumed play after a pause for World War II.
Yeah, Indiana might have won the first one, Reese, but Michigan State has owned the old brass spittoon. And they have owned this series. It's been very one-sided. They've dominated it, Jesse. So looking forward to see if Indiana can kind of reverse that trend.
And I know this is a rivalry that a lot of college basketball fans get really excited for every year. But the football rivalry is pretty good, too. You both just very eloquently laid out why, the history behind this game. They do not like each other.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. It's a running room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Grab near the sticks. It's Belling. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Spartans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Loss of 4. It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run the counter. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Finds his man. It's Cooper. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Takes the handoff. It's Hemby. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. To the air, it's Mendoza. Catch in the middle, it's Hemby. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on third down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. They make it pay off. Not willing to settle for a field goal on this drive.
Yeah, and Reese, I just don't know if field goals are going to win this game, honestly. I think to win, I think you need tutties. So this offense needs to stay on the field, stay aggressive, and try and capitalize after picking up that first down.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
You know, to a lot of people, it's just a brass spittoon. But to these teams, it means so much more, and it sure looks like it so far. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. Guys, gotta love when the brass spittoon is up for grabs. Let's get things back to you.
And the Hoosiers will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking to pass. It's Childs. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here is the offense on the third play of this drive.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Spartans can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. There he goes. Turning it on. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Pulls it in. It's Bullard. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Indiana sends the offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The noise bouncing off of Smarty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hemby. And the Hoosiers pick up the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. The Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Here's a heat. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Hoosiers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hemby. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Wide open spaces. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Got it! Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Hoosiers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Child. Oh, they're after him! Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Spartans will punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking downfield on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Spits it out to the back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. He's got it. First down and more. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Smart move to keep it on the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. To the victor go the spoils, and the old brass spittoon will reside in Bloomington as Indiana takes down Michigan State. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.